What's up, guys? Max Sports back here to give you anything and everything sports. And today, we're going to talk about the game one of Western Conference Finals, an all-time classic game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs, which actually ended up going into double overtime. That's right, it went to a second overtime, the first time that's happened in an NBA playoff game since 2021, which was the Nuggets and the Blazers, which was also an insane game. And this game was just insane. I know I've probably said that word a lot already, but Victor Wembanyama absolutely solidified himself as one of the best players. Honestly, in my opinion, the best player in the world. We're talking 41 points, 24 rebounds, 3 blocks. He had an insanely clutch game there at the end, clutch block there at the end. Sorry, against J Dub, and just his defensive presence was absolutely phenomenal, and it was just game breaking. For the Thunder, honestly, I don't know really how they were in this game. Alex Caruso just became Steph Curry and made 8 threes and had 31 points to keep them in this game. Shea had 24, but it was honestly a really underwhelming game from him, in my opinion. I mean, Stephon Castle is so underrated with his defending, in my opinion. I think he needs to be rated much higher as a defender in this league. And J Dub had 26, which is pretty good to be fair for him. It's his first game back in about like 3.5 weeks, I believe. So yeah, that was crazy. And then also we had Chet just was non-existent. We talked 8 points and 8 rebounds. Wemby's just it's like something. It's just something flips in Chet and just shuts him off against Wemby. Maybe I don't know honestly, but this game was so good. Honestly, I think another reason that the Thunder actually stayed in this game was because that Daniel, sorry, I think he outcoached Mitch Johnson pretty bigly here. I think he was making some great subs and just great adjustments in game, putting two people in each corner at times to force Wemby on the outside to at least give them some space there and inside the paint. But I mean, I think Mitch Johnson and the Spurs should have just adjusted much earlier there, because I mean, Caruso is just going off. You can't just keep letting him shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot threes. He was 8 for 14 from 30. At some point, you just have to, you have to respect the three ball there. He's going off. I mean, we'll see if they make that adjustment, but absolutely huge here for the Spurs to steal this game one on the road in Oklahoma City without De'Aaron Fox, who was out of this game about like a last minute game time decision to not play him here because of I believe a sore ankle or something like that. Hopefully he's alright. But yeah, Dylan Harper, wow, he went to Rutgers, which yeah, he went to Rutgers and he's a rookie and he's this phenomenal, which is honestly so impressive. The moves the dribbles that he does, honestly, the behind the backs, the step throughs, the decelerations that he does when he enters the paint. And there was this one moment where he got the ball and he just bumped Chet out the way, who was like half a foot, if not more, taller than him, and just made a layup. I was so impressed with Dylan Harper in this game. Like I said before, Stephon Castle, even though he had 11 turnovers, which is I believe a Spurs franchise record for in a playoff game, he was still phenomenal. He just had to carry so much of the load offensively in terms of dribbling, and I'm just like I can't believe he was even standing at the end of the game. Excuse me. The load and just the energy that it takes up to dribble the not only just ball handle it going up the court. Oh, even though Harper did help him a bit there, but also guarding the 2-time MVP Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a 2-time MVP now. He got his award before the game. Maybe that really turn sparked something in Wemby, even though I think Wemby was locked in before the game. But when Wemby found out Shea was the MVP, maybe he took it personally like Jordan. So yeah, what a great game. Looks like we're about to be in for a a legendary, a historic, an all-time series here. Hopefully, it goes at least 6 or 7 games. Don't say the joke. And it's 2026, but I mean, this is just by far the two best teams. I believe it's the first time that two 62 plus win teams played each other in playoffs since the 1998 finals between the Bulls and the Jazz. So it's been a long time. It's like the 7th time ever this has happened. So yeah, Wemby was plus 16, and Harper was plus 14, which was just amazing. Interestingly enough, Castle's -1. I wonder why, but he was still great. And SJ was -15, while McCain was +9, but he didn't do that much in my opinion. Yeah, SJ was -15, which is by far the worst on his team, but it's just gonna be tough for him because his game is mainly middies and get into the basket, but that's impossible against the greatest defender probably in NBA history with Victor Wembanyama. So yeah, honestly, it's gonna be really interesting to see where this series goes. Interesting to see if Fox is gonna be back or not for Game 2. Maybe now they choose to rest him for Game 2, have him come back at home for Game 3. Cause I wouldn't be surprised. Cause I wouldn't be surprised if Thunder. I'm definitely think the Thunder are gonna take Game 2, cause the Spurs are gassed. The Thunder had way more rest. They had a week rest, and we just went to a double overtime game here. But it's huge for the Spurs to take this game because if they put in all that effort and didn't win, I feel it could be a punch to the gut. Even though I definitely wouldn't be over the series in my opinion, but I think it's just huge for them to win this game. Wemby is just proving how great he is. He had some clutch shots. That 3-pointer to tie the game, I think it was in first overtime from like 30 feet. It was a bomb. It was almost like Steph Curry's 2016 shot, but not as far. But that was almost just as legendary. It was amazing. What a shot by Wemby. I just think he's just gonna be entering some crazy convos and debates if the Spurs beat the Thunder here and then go and win the NBA championship at 22 years old for Wembanyama. So that would just be insane. Honestly, he'd be easily on GOAT trajectory, being the first unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Last thing I do want to do is the random Bible verse, of course, as we always do here. And here it says, "Dear friends, 1 John 4:7. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God." So what that means to me is just obviously God loves us all so much more than you could ever imagine and believe, and that by showing love to others, to our neighbors in our world here, that reflects God in His image, and it shows that we are children of God, and that we're really doing the right thing here. And I think we really need to start coming together as a world and just loving each other, even if we don't agree on everything. But thank you very much, guys. Let me know what videos you guys want. I hopefully will start trying to do some gaming videos and trying to really improve the quality of my content, because I think that's important to not be like, oh, I'm gonna when I get to this amount of subscribers, then I'll start really doing good content. I need to start doing this good content now, and then the subscribers will come, hopefully. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Have a great night, or great day, great morning, great evening, where it is, and God bless.